But the rare earths is one of those things, a small project that we can build, and certainly it'd be a material asset, could possibly be a company maker in its own right. And we see the value in that. So we're happy to nurse this along and grow it at an appropriate rate.
Talking to FYI Resources, those guys there listed on the ASX. Rolly, thanks for taking the time today. And what a journey it's been from HPA, high purity aluminium, and now into the rare earth space. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, look, bottom line is it's a fantastic opportunity. So, it's something that we didn't really expect to do. HPA is our core focus. We see some fantastic metrics there in developing the HPA project. But we built up a core competency of technical skills, and we had the capacity, and we'd been following the rare earths strategies, I suppose, for a little while, but an opportunity landed on our lap, and it was quite literally too good to refuse. So, it was something that we didn't choose to do. HPA is still our focus, and all our attention and energy is on that. But with this opportunity to build an equally important critical minerals strategy through rare earths was basically too good to refuse. So the deal was quite simple, and I won't say it's a soft deal, it's a script deal. The vendor of this asset really understands HPA and knew what FYI was doing, so they were quite happy to take FYI script. And we were very happy to develop this project that needed a corporate structure. So it was 1 + 1 = probably 10 in my view. So I thought it was an adequate thing to do. So we have the people, we have the cash to develop it, and certainly we have a good partner in Arafura to develop it. So we've been working on it for a little while. No perfect time to come to the market with this, because we're very scared that we didn't want to represent the fact that we're turning our back on HPA, because that's certainly the furthest from the truth. We really are dedicated to the development of HPA, but the rare earths is one of those things, a small project that we can build, and certainly it'd be a material asset, could possibly be a company maker in its own right. And we see the value in that. So we're happy to nurse this along and grow it at an appropriate rate.
Quick follow-up question, Rolly, regarding synergies. So if you go for two different strategies, two different projects, of course it can take away from each other, but it can also add to each other. Do you think the company FYI is experiencing synergies like economies of scale, economies of scope, or not so much because they're too different?
Yeah, look, through my background, I've done quite a lot of M&A and investing in companies and what have you, and I'd be very cautious to say that the whole reason that you're doing something is because of the synergies. That's not enough emphasis to do two separate projects. No, these are quite separate and very distinct. It's just that we do have a critical minerals focus, and we have the capabilities to do both. That is simply it. But yes, in terms of synergies, we have some very good technically oriented people that can cope with both across the overlay, but they will be two distinct strategies.
So, Roddy, is it then that you're bringing intellectual property to the table that you have, or something that adds value in the process of refining these rare earths? Is that the case?
Yeah, well, we certainly have IP on the HPA, and we will apply a few of those things across to the rare earths. And it's not necessarily IP as such, it's just the smarts and the engineering, project management, and a couple of little tricks that we think that will make a big difference to this industry. And keep in mind that we're not talking about a project that is about exploration and drilling. This is downstream production and the refining of certain key elements that are in global demand, and it's a matter of extracting those economically for the various markets, and that's where we will apply a little bit of IP, correct?